Start. The plaintiff filed the present suit for specific performance of the contract dated 28th May 2004 and also for permanent injunction. It is the case of the plaintiff that defendant is the owner of the sued property. The defendant entered into an agreement through a broker for sale of the said property. According to plaintiff, in terms of the agreement to sell, it was agreed that the property would be sold for a total consideration of rupees 23 crore. It was further agreed between the parties that the balance would be paid on the behalf of 12th December 2004. The plaintiff states he contacted the defendant through the broker in the second week of June and offered to make the balance payment, but the defendant on one pretext or other evaded to receive the said payment. The plaintiff, believing the version and oral assurance of the defendant that the contract terms have been varied and that the entire sale consideration was deferred, did not pay the amount to the defendant and kept on awaiting the message from the said defendant. In November, the plaintiff visited the said property and was shocked to know from the people that the defendant through her agent has been negotiating with some other people for sale of the above mentioned property, as the sale price of the said property had substantially increased. The plaintiff filed a suit in the Court of Learned Civil Judge, Delhi, for seeking a permanent injunction, where the defendant filed an application under Order 7, Rule 11 of the Code of Civil Procedure in the aforesaid suit for rejection of the plaint on the ground that relief for injunction was not maintainable. The suit was contested by the defendant, who filed a detailed written statement raising various preliminary objections as well as disputing the grant of reliefs even on merits. It is stated that the plaint is liable to be rejected under Order 7, Rule 11, as it does not disclose any cause of action against the defendant. The plaintiff has not valued the sued property in accordance with law for the purpose of court fee and jurisdiction. The objection in regard to non-joinder of necessary parties has also been taken. It is stated that the suit is not maintainable under the provisions of the Specific Relief Act. Another objection with regard to the very maintainability of the suit has been taken on the plea of Order 2, Rule 2, constructive res judicata, and that the agreement in inadmissible in evidence. It is denied that defendant ever claimed to be the owner of the entire property. She always disclosed to the plaintiff that she was one of the co-owners of the property to the extent 1/5 undivided share. A notarized power of attorney was given in favor of the defendant limited for the purposes of getting the suit property transferred and mutated in land records of NDMC after the demise of Rani Devi, and there was no power to transfer or sell the said property. The execution of the receipt dated 28th May 2004 is not disputed. According to the plaintiff, the defendant failed to receive the said sum of rupees 40 lakhs, while according to the defendant, the plaintiff was never willing and ready to perform his part of the obligation and was never ready with the balance of the sale consideration. It is an admitted case of the parties that the sole defendant in the suit is not the sole owner of the property in question and has only 1/5 share in the property in question. For reasons best known to the plaintiff, he has opted not to implead any of the other co-owners as defendants in the suit as claimed by the plaintiff, even if the sole defendant was the attorney of the other co-owners. Still, other co-owners ought to have been sued, maybe through the attorney non-joinder of these necessary parties to the suit is of some consequence, which of course would have to be adjudicated during the course of the trial. The contention raised on behalf of the defendant, based on the order passed by the civil judge, is that the present suit is barred under the provisions of Order 2, Rule 2 of the CPC, as well as the principles of constructing res judicata. The other objection taken by the defendant is that the plaintiff has sued on the basis of a receipt dated 28th May 2004, wherein the total sale consideration is 23 crore, and while claiming the specific performance of the suit, the plaintiff has valued the suit for the purposes of court fee and jurisdiction at rupees 40 lakhs. This apparently is an arbitrary fixation of suit for the purposes of court fee and jurisdiction and is a clear attempt to obviate the payment of the requisite court fee. The plaint of the plaintiff, according to the defendant, thus is liable to be rejected. Another legal objection has been raised by defendant.